Hello everyone! In this quick news bite, I'd like to talk about the recent bombshell announcement of Daft Punk's retirement and discuss how this could affect the third installment in the Tron franchise that's currently in development. One of the most influential and popular groups to emerge in the past 30 years, Daft Punk announced their retirement in an 8-minute video titled Epilogue. The duo's longtime publicist, Catherine Fraser, officially confirmed the split to Variety, declining to provide further details. Many fans of the group, including myself, were saddened at the news and are now left wondering what this could mean for Disney's Tron 3. One of the most memorable parts of Tron Legacy was the hit soundtrack scored by Daft Punk. To me, and no doubt many others, the soundtrack served as almost a character within itself and proved to elevate and enrich the entire film as a whole. This iconic album was also used in the animated series Tron Uprising, giving the grid the same enchanting atmosphere as the film. In talking about the upcoming film in July of 2020 for the podcast Light the Fuse, Disney's president of music and soundtracks said that he had spoken with Daft Punk's manager about bringing them back on board for the score. Now with the group split, that seems much less likely. All hope is not lost, however. If Disney is hoping to paint a similar soundscape in the third installment, even without being able to bring Daft Punk back on board, it's possible that composer Joseph Trapanese, who both scored Tron Uprising and collaborated with the group on their Tron Legacy soundtrack, may be available to work on the music for the third installment. While no one has been officially hired to produce the score for Tron 3, Trapanese might be the best option if Disney wants to recapture and build upon Daft Punk's iconic work. Even if the studio wanted to bring on a new artist to fill Daft Punk's role in crafting a new sound for the third Tron installment, it might be smart to use Trapanese again in collaboration with whatever new artist they bring on board in order to bridge the gap between the different Tron projects. Though for many Tron Legacy and Uprising fans, Daft Punk would be the only choice. With them off the board, there are several other big-name artists who Disney could hire in an attempt to fill Daft Punk's legendary shoes. Another masked performer in the electronic music genre that immediately comes to mind for many is deadmau5. However, it appears unlikely that Disney would bring him on board, considering the disputes the two have had, from Disney's attempt to block deadmau5 from trademarking his mouse head logo, as well as the artist's cease and desist letter sent to Disney for using his music. The dispute has since been resolved, so if there are no hard feelings between the two parties, this could be another solid option. Similar to Daft Punk, another iconic duo with a long history producing music that has been featured on television, film, and gaming soundtracks dating as far back as the early 1990s are the Chemical Brothers. In 2019, the group released their 9th studio album, No Geography, which was received with generally positive reviews. In the same vein as the Chemical Brothers, another electronic musical act that's been on the scene since the 1990s is the Crystal Method. In 2017, Ken Jordan retired from music and left the group. However, since then, Scott Kirkland has carried on with the Crystal Method as a solo moniker. I think the easily recognizable sound produced by the Crystal Method, which has been featured in several movie, TV, and video game projects, would be an intriguing enhancement to the grid. But what I think is perhaps the most likely artist to replace Daft Punk for the Tron 3 soundtrack is Skrillex. Back in 2015, Skrillex was reported to be working on music for an unannounced Tron video game. While the project hasn't yet come to fruition, the fact that Disney was willing to bring Skrillex on board then may serve as a catalyst for the artist to be brought on to work on the next film. These are, of course, just a few of the artists and musical groups that can be hired to produce sounds similar to Daft Punk, but I'm curious to know who you think would be a good replacement for the recently retired duo in making the music of Tron 3. Now that Daft Punk is out, are you still interested in another return to the grid? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe for more Tron and other sci-fi and fantasy news and lore. Thank you all so much for your support, and as always, have a very nerdy day.